Yo, yo, what's up, man? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Hood the filmmaker. This will be doing that, man. I'm chilling back, hollering at y'all, man. I just wanted to kick with y'all real quick about that boy, Kanye West. Yo, I saw the second part of the interview. I saw the first part too. But I liked the interview, man. I liked the shit he was talking about. He a real dude. I think that's the thing that shocked me most about Kanye. I thought he was crazy. I thought all the stuff that all of the people were saying about him. But a lot of ways, he actually is a smart kid, man. He's not dumb. Successful as hell, 9 billion. I like how he came out and said that he's a part of Chicago dudes like us, the real niggas in Chicago, like the gang culture, the black dudes, like not some fake niggas who was wearing backpacks and shit like that. I was shocked when I met him or saw that about him at that time. I didn't really see that around Chicago. Chicago is like a strong gang culture city. It's what it is. So maybe you survive it, maybe you make it through, but you can't dampen what the city is and what it goes by, how it operates. So it's good to see he say, yo, a lot of my friends are GDs, so that's why I rock with the GDs. Like, yeah, that's what the fuck Chicago is. There's no way around it. But he said something that was more critical than that. He said, "Who's your?" Nori said, "Who's your ops?" And he said, "My ops is Vivendi, who is the Universal company that owns Universal." Got to light up. Yo, I like him saying that because that's like he shows his level of intellect that he's not an idiot, that he can hold a conversation and talk amongst the best of them. You know, he kicking it with the billionaires like the Elon Musk of the world and the people who own all these businesses and designers. But to see his smartness, that he's came and risen from the streets just like us, and to go and become a billionaire in this country, this type of racism that we deal with here, just amazing, man. I'm pretty proud of the kid. I was happy that he was able to find his way and that he was speaking the way he was speaking. And he was telling people, stop doing that stupid ass Democratic voting. That's dumb, and I agree. These are people that hate us and showed us, and for centuries, I mean, for decades, they just show us how they'll never support our culture and never give us anything of any independence to help us survive in this country. So I eat my breakfast in the morning. So that's why I just don't understand why that guy is so mental case like that. You know what I'm saying? And well, he's not mental case. That the people said he was mental case like that, and then he's out there talking and kicking it. And I like all the interviews that Nori been doing recently. I used to fuck with Nori on the music side back in '98 with his first album. I met my girl, and I'm married to her now. And we met online back in '98. But when we met, that was the album we rocked to because I was getting her acquainted with hip hop. Like, look, this is who I am. You need to be bumping rap. She eventually loved the album. I think our favorite song was Super Thug, but it was a whole lot of shit like that that we loved. But Kanye said so much stuff. Even in the first interview, he said he was gonna give Beanie Siegel that 50 million. I was like, that's dope because he said Beanie Siegel helped come up with the name of the company, and I was like, damn, they smart, man. Wish him well. I hope Kanye West do become the president because I like the stuff he was saying. It's good to finally get down to the bottom of how he maneuvers. And I like what he said about that little kid, Soldier Boy. We was talking about he didn't like the music Soldier Boy made for this song that he went on his album or the first interview. Soldier Boy came back and cussed him out like, "What the fuck you talking about, nigga? You could have told me that directly to me. You don't have to say that shit to the internet." And he was tripping over that and shit like that. So that was pretty funny to me. And also, I like how on this interview he talked about how he met his woman, how he was doing fashion, and Giuseppe Zanotti crib, and so Giuseppe Zanotti helped him hook up, learn how to make heels on shoes. And he took the clothes he was designing over to Kim Kardashian place. She used to try the clothes on for him. After a few visits like that, he said they got together, and they've been together ever since. Now they on divorce lane, so I hope they don't get a divorce. But you know what relationships is like. That this shit is perfect. Probably will be getting a divorce, Kanye and his lady, but that's just how it is in relationships. But it was just dope seeing him talk all that shit, man. How him and Jay-Z get in an argument sometimes. He was saying how him and Jay-Z get in an argument sometimes because of difference of opinion. He said sometimes he'll speak to Jay-Z and he'll talk to Jay and be like, yo, Jay, blah, blah, blah about this conversation. And then he'll say, yeah, you know what? That's the conversation I want to have. He like, well, why we only got to have a conversation when you want to have a conversation? Like, why can't we just have a conversation for the sake of the conversation? So, he said him as a Jay do get into arguments. In their friendship. But he said he rock with Jay. He follows Jay. Jay is the leader in his world. And I was like, damn. And then he also talked about how Larry Hoover's son. And I like how they did that because they made it black and white. And he said Larry Hoover's son was in there, and he was talking about how he wanted to free his father. And Larry Hoover's son said he never really hung with his father in 47 years. He's just 1 year younger than me. I was born in June 73, and from the records of the internet, it says Larry Hoover was locked up in 1973 in September. So I was born like 3 months before he went to jail. And he stayed in there all my life. So Larry Hoover Jr. was born a few months after me. I think he was in his mother's stomach, perhaps, when Larry Hoover went and got locked up. So they say they got Bill Cosby's lawyer to help Larry Hoover get out of jail. Hopefully it'll help him get out because he's been in there for 47 years. I don't know what America got lined up, if it'll do it, if it'll happen. But he said he got some of the best lawyers. They got a new team of lawyers. And they're going to try to work to get Larry Hoover out of prison. That's something right there that only somebody from Chicago would even understand the impact of what Larry Hoover was like, especially growing up in the 70s and 80s. My young life, everything I know and all I know, living in Chicago, that was a part of the growth here. And it was before rap music started embracing gang culture inside the music. So you see the people say, hey, I'm a Crip, I'm a Blood. But you don't see too many people from Chicago claiming a gang culture like that, especially people from my age, because it just wasn't allowed. You didn't get a chance to do that. Now the younger guys in rap music from Chicago and other states, they do claim to rap the gangs from their towns. So I could see Kanye West wanting to help out the guy who was the leader of the gangs from our city, and want him to be right because his kids never got a chance to see him. And he was saying, like, they try to act like our culture don't have redemption. Redemption meaning that, hey, I made mistakes in my young life. I'm better now. Look at the life I've changed. And all this stuff. It's just like, no, I'll just throw them away and forget about them forever. But that's not the truth. We know that there is redemptiveness in our neighborhoods and in our culture. And somebody that can change lives or impact people's lives should give it a chance to do that. I mean, they do that all the time with whites. We always voting for Democrats after we learn about all the negative stuff they've done to us. And we go right in there and say, hey, that's not this time. Something going to come in the future. And after a year of Biden being in office, nothing has come to the black community except they gave us a Juneteenth holiday. And so what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that to be thinking about. So I like free thinkers, man. I'm a free thinker. I've always worked for myself. I've always been independent, creating my own way, creating my own craft, and I've been doing that shit forever. You know what I'm saying? So I love doing that. You know what I'm saying? My brands is my life. And you know what I mean? I make a little music, but I make mostly movies. And my channel is Hood Films. You can check it right over here. And my movie called Killer Rap, a movie. Put it right in YouTube. You can see it's an hour long. I just do my work. And so it's great. I'm grateful to be able to continue to do my work. But seeing somebody get to Kanye West level and still be a level-headed black man. And he even said it, that people say, oh, you crazy, oh, you mental. Anytime he got a question or want to question something or want to say something, they question him and want to discredit him because of the whole pill thing. He was taking pills or dealing with his mind. And so he was like, that's foul, and I don't like that, and I ain't rocking with that. And so I was like, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? He's just a smart dude, man. And so you got to, dig deep into your mind and build up, you know what I'm saying, for some.